Good evening, everyone. This is Barry Veer here, and welcome to Tuesday night, the 11th of January. Thanks for joining me here in the studio going solo tonight. Well, tonight I'd like to talk about relationships and how they should work and how they shouldn't work. And also I will be putting together a collage of some of my videos from last year and some from early this month too. So firstly, I'd like to talk about relationships with people. Now, a relationship should work if you see someone, and you should always greet he or she in a nice, positive, calm manner. Okay? Ask them how they are. How are they feeling? How have they gone? What is troubling them? Etc. But don't speak to anyone in a rude, impolite manner because this won't work. Okay? A relationship should last and last forever. But don't let relationships slide. Okay? If someone has said something to you or done something that is wrong to you, sit them him or her down and tell them how you have felt and what they've done wrong. Don't ever yell at the person. Tell them how you have felt. This is the only way to diffuse a problem. Now, relationships should never be wrecked because if someone has wrecked the relationship between you and your partner, well, that's their bad luck. It's not yours because if someone has been rude to you, example, okay, don't have a big bust up about it. Wait until you and your partner have calmed down, and then perhaps later on, about an hour later, to just say, for example, hey, I don't like the way you treated me this afternoon or this morning or this evening or yesterday or last week or last month or last year. Example. Okay? And friendships, okay, it's the same with having a relationship with someone. Okay, if you're gonna develop a good relationship or friendship with someone, you must always have a good, positive mental attitude. Make sure that you've got a good mindset, okay? And before you make friends with that person, whether it's a man or a woman, okay, introduce yourself because he or she may not know you, okay, and it's the way it goes. Tell them your name, tell him or her about yourself and what you do for a living, what your favorite hobbies are, that sort of thing. That's how you can build up, develop a good friendship and a relationship with someone. Another thing I'd like to say about relationships and friendships, okay, is to commit yourself. Are you willing to be friends and develop a good relationship or a friendship with him or her? Okay, talk to them online first before you meet them personally. Now I'd like to tell you how how a relationship won't work. A relationship won't work if you haven't got a good mindset, a good mind frame, or a good attitude, or a good temper. When you develop a friendship or relationship with someone, make sure that you've got a good temper and always think before you speak. This is very important, ladies and gentlemen, especially if you're engaged to someone and about to get married, because hey, you don't want to spoil your engagement by having a bad reputation against the person, and don't ruin your engagement by having arguments, because the wedding may come up in a week's time, 2 weeks' time, a month, a year, anything, any time around that. Okay? So, if you're gonna get engaged to someone, okay, write down a few points, but I will get to that. Okay, now to getting back to how a relationship won't work. You must never argue with anybody, okay, or storm off, because it is not the way to handle a situation. Talk to the person about how you are going to compromise and diffuse the problem without having a big explosion, like exploding like a firework. Maybe write down some points, maybe compromise and think, okay, I'll do this or you can do that. But work it out in an adult-like manner. This is very important. When you have if a relationship is not working as well, Don't blame the person. Just say, hey, look, our relationship is not working very well. I need some time to calm down and recover from what has happened. So, what you need to do, viewers out there, if you are having trouble building a relationship or starting a relationship, don't get upset. Give yourself time and the person time too, because you can't force yourself to build a relationship with someone if it's not going to work. Because believe you and me, relationships sometimes work and sometimes relationships don't work out. And it's the same with marriages. Sometimes the marriage may last and sometimes it doesn't. But I won't go into reasons why marriages don't last because I don't want to talk about that. So before you even start the relationship, just think, are you committed to starting a relationship? And perhaps ask the person's consent whether they would like to start a relationship with you. But respect their choices at the same time. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this little video about relationships. Next time, I'm going to talk about arguments and stress and what causes them. So join me next time. But coming up, I have some videos from last year. I hope you enjoy them. I'm Barry Fear. See you next time. See you next time.